Greetings, L. Robinson here, that's me, and I want to welcome you to Protocol Evolution. Protocol Evolution is a site, it's an outlet to share techniques and ideas and thoughts on helping us reach our full potential or even go past our full potential by evolving now in the present moment. And how do we accomplish that? We accomplish that by tips, tricks, thoughts, ideas, things that will actually help you mentally grow to become part of the universe. Because in a sense, even as I watch these clips that I've done so far, I know that everything is interconnected. The universe is a grand place, and even though in the whole big picture we may seem just like a small speck, we are all connected. Okay, we are all connected with the universal force, with each other, and by evolving and starting at the core of evolution, which would be ourselves, we do have the potential, actually we will make the world a better place, okay, because we're working on the whole concept of cause and effect, causality, and more importantly, choice. Choice figures into everything. Okay, I don't know if you realize that, but choice figures into everything that we do, think, how we interact with people, how people interact with us. Choice is the fuel of the universe. Okay, but we're going to get more and more into all those concepts of cause and effect, choice, causality. We're going to get into all that, but as promised, I want to talk about, and I touched briefly on this with the hostage clip, I want to talk about forgiving and forgetting. It is the easiest thing in the world to say. People will say that to you constantly. You get out of a bad relationship or the breakup is bad. People will, just forgive and forget and get on with your life. Yeah, it's easy to say, but like I talked about in the other clip about is your past holding you hostage, anything that you have time invested in, that you have emotions invested in, that you have given any power to, because that's what we do. We give power. It's a constant transference of power. Whenever that happens and it turns sideways or becomes sour or it just makes us unhappy, it really is hard to forgive and forget. You can do one or the other usually, but getting them both to be on the same line, on the same page, can be a very difficult task indeed. And everybody is different. How we deal with heartache and pain and betrayal is different for each of us. But there is, once again, a common thread. Okay? And I can give you a couple of ideas and a couple of tips on how to forgive and forget, but at the end of the day, it comes down to your willingness. See, that's the whole thing. You have to want to forgive and forget. You have to want this, okay? Now, this is the main reason why you should forgive and forget. It goes back to being stuck, okay? If someone wrongs you or hurts you or betrays you, and you do not forgive them, you do not let that thought go, you become vengeful. You do. You become vengeful. Again, I'm not reading this from a book. I haven't gone to Wikipedia to find this out. This is real life. You become vengeful. You want retribution. You want to pay this person back for the pain that they have caused you. Now, there's a couple of things wrong with this, okay? While you're concentrating on getting vengeance or making this person pay, you are essentially thinking of nothing else. Okay? For every moment that you take to plot out your grand scheme of payback, you are getting nothing else done. And that is the number one reason why you need to forgive. Okay? You need to forgive this person. You don't have to tell them to their face. You don't have to interact with this person at all. I'm not saying go to the person that broke your heart, knock on their door, and look at them in the eyes and be like, you know what? I forgive you. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that. That's cool too. Okay? That will give you instantaneous closure. Do not wait for them to respond. Just walk, just take your butt and move it on to stage left. Okay? Just forgive them and move on. However, there's other ways that you can get the satisfaction of forgiving a person. Okay? And this actually worked for me. And it's a technique. I don't know how I came across it, but it just shut the door on me seeking vengeance. What I did was I sat down and I took out a pen and I took out a pad and I wrote that person a note. Put their name there. I'm not gonna say their name. I am very sorry for the way things turned out, and even though that I feel that things went wrong, blase, going so far, I'm not going to give you the whole letter, but you get the point. And at the very end of the letter, I said, through it all, I forgive you for everything that I feel was done to me. I forgive you. And I took the letter and I folded it up, and it is still someplace in my belongings. Okay? But by doing that, I released my need for vengeance. By me, there's something about writing things down, not typing them, not dictating them, but taking a pen and actually taking your time to write things down. It starts a connection with your brain. And it tells your brain that you are doing something that is monumental, that is very important to you. And by doing that, okay, you have told your brain that, listen, I'm not mad at this person anymore. I'm not angry at this person anymore. Let's go do something else. Let's get a icy and Coke and chill. You're telling your brain that you're done. You're done. Because vengeance, there's an old saying about, if you seek out for vengeance, you might as well dig two graves. Because that's what you're doing. The more time that you spend concentrating on getting someone back, or getting payback, or getting retribution, or getting vengeance, you are actually slowly killing yourself. You're slowly committing mental suicide. Granted, you may be a mad genius and your stuff may be on point, but taking time out of your life to move forward, to actually put a stop to a slight or something that was done to you, that's time that you're not continuing your life. And actually you're giving that person that hurt you, that person that betrayed you, you are actually giving them more power. You're giving them more power than they could have ever imagined, because, again, like I said in the previous clip, they're going on with their life. If they betrayed you, if they hurt you, if they went out their way to make sure that you had a frown, your smile was turned upside down and you had a frown, they really didn't care from the beginning. So why are you giving them more power? For a lot of us, that is enough reason to forgive. Is just to know the fact that you are giving this person more power than they really deserve. Okay? Now, let's say you get past the forgive part, and this goes right back, again, everything's connected, this goes right back to this whole hostage thing that I talked about before, your past holding you hostage. Okay, so you forgave them. Now you need to forget. You need to stop. You need to stop the tape deck in your mind. You need to stop the DVR in your mind of replaying the situation or the conflict over and over and over and over again. You need to forget it. You really do. Because again, you can't move forward. And that's why both of those words, both of those concepts have to be on the same line, on the same page. You have to forgive and forget together. This is the only way that you move forward. This is so important to your evolution. Okay? This is a very important thing. Okay? So, how do you do that? I'm going to tell you what works for me. This is what works for me. Whenever I have one of those forgive and forget moments, and I've already forgiven this person, and I feel that, I'm having just a little difficult time to forget, what I do is, this is what I do. I just stop the thought and I say, I'm responsible. I am responsible. See that once you take the responsibility of any situation out of somebody else's hands and you put the bulk of it on you, or you put all of it on you, it does something. Again, strange thing up here. It does something. It's, oh, well, you're responsible. Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about it no more. Thought is gone. Try it. Try it the next time that you're having a hard time trying to forget. Okay, you've forgiven already, and you're trying to forget. Just say, I'm responsible. As the thought comes crashing in, as that past conflict comes and it tries to take housing in your side of the brain, where that thought pattern could be used to accomplish something else, to make yourself a better person, to follow your dream, to follow your goals. Okay, when that comes in and you see that person's face or you see that situation, just look at it and be like, you know what, I'm responsible. It's like magic. It really is. It's like saying abracadabra. Try it. I am responsible. Okay, the mind is I'm not going to say insane, but the way it works is sometimes baffling. Okay, by taking responsibility for any situation or anything that is going on in your life, kind of is like signing off. It's like it punches the clock. Oh yeah, don't worry about that, John. We got this. All right, Jill, don't worry about it. We got this. Dude is responsible. You know, Chicky over here, she's responsible. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. That project that you was working on, let's get back to that. That seems to be more important right now because he or she is just really accepted responsibility for that situation. So I'm not going to waste any more energy on that. Amazing, isn't it? So you have to forgive and forget, and it has to be a package deal. It can't be half, okay? Because half will get you half of the results. So you have to bring it all together. You have to bring it all inside and say, listen, I forgive and I forget. Now, a lot of people mistake forgiving and forgetting as something that you're kissing butt, or you're letting someone walk over you, or you're letting someone take advantage of you. Such is not the case. Such is not the case. Like I said, forgiving and forgetting serves, the major purpose is it serves that, okay, you can move forward with your life. You're no longer wasting energy on something that is A, the past, B, you really can't change it, okay? Because unless one of you guys got a time machine, you know, there's nothing that you can go back to change the chain of events. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to suck it up and move on with your life. Okay, because again, you are allowing another human being to hold you hostage. Okay, you're letting someone else control your life. And what are they doing? They're not even around, and they're bringing out these emotions that is making your heart race. It's making you sweat. You're getting angry. You know, people that have nothing to do with the situation, if they're around while that's playing through your mind, you're attacking, you're lashing out on them. It's affecting your future relationships with other people. And you're letting them do that to you. And 9 times out of 10, in fact 99.9% of the time, they're not even in the picture anymore. So why would you give another human being that much power over your life? You need to forgive and forget. And this is going to take some time, and it's going to take some practice. We do immediate results, tangible results. That's what we do right here at Protocol Evolution. We give you things that you can work with now. But it's going to take just a little bit of time. It's going to take you wanting. I told you that in the very beginning. You're going to have to want to move on with your life and forgive and forget. I thought a lot about before I sat down to do this clip, and I wanted to know how could I come at this, you know, in a way that could be digestible by anyone. And you know what? I just said, you know, let me just pull from my experience. Let me just talk about it because it may seem impossible at first, but hey, living proof right there. It's possible. Anything that you put your mind to is possible. Everything is connected. All right, so. I don't know what we're going to talk about next time, but it's going to be just as epic as this, okay? So, this is L. Robinson, Protocol Evolution. You have to celebrate.
We're all here to do what we're all here to do.